Welcome to the Two-Way Street Coffee House. We have been having live music in this very room for 53 years, every single Friday night. So thank you so much for coming out and enjoying. Can I see a show of hands? How many is it your first time here tonight? Well, welcome, welcome. We are a listening room. We love to have artists come and play for us, and we listen to them. So we're really excited that you're here joining us tonight. We have Ryan Burns. So he's going to start us off. Take it away.
Honey toast and morning tea, same old thing every week. Take me north to Wisconsin, Lord, I've gotta get away. Empty pools and golden leaves lay in carpet right next to me. Sit on the bluff, listen to the breeze. Lord, I've gotta get away. Lord, I've gotta get away. Hey, Lord, I've gotta get away. Lord, I've gotta get away. Hey, Lord, I've gotta get away. I love the city, but I miss the breeze, dancing with the tall grass tickling my knees. Time to think and time to breathe, Lord, I've gotta get away. As far as I go, I still hear cars, see gray streets, and drink at bars. Never looked up to see the stars. Lord, I've gotta get away. Lord, I've gotta get away. Hey, Lord, I've gotta get away. Lord, I've gotta get away. Hey, Lord, I've gotta get away. Thank you very much. I know it's probably a little bit gauche to start a set with a song saying, I really got to get away from this. It's maybe not setting the right vibe, especially with the first verse mentioning I got to go to Wisconsin. This is not the crowd for it, I imagine. But yeah, thanks all for being here. My name's Ryan Burns. That's a song I wrote in 2020, 2021, one of those years, they all blur together, obviously. I was really just hitting the screens real hard, and I just needed to get away from technology for a bit. So I went up. My in-laws have a place up in the Dells, up in Wisconsin, that doesn't have Wi-Fi, and you don't get any cell reception. And so it was the perfect place to go to just decompress for a bit, and I wrote that song called Empty Pools and Golden Leaves. Yeah, so this next one, has any of you been on a walking tour downtown Chicago? Me and my wife, we go on a lot of tours. She's an interior designer, and she loves going on architecture tours, so that's like one of our big things. But we were on one in just in downtown. We saw like the Carbon and Carbide building and the I forget what else, other things. But then I also saw a lot of people, and that's what I wrote this song about, called Hey Navigator. navigator in your green jumpsuit, walking round the city. Are you lonely too? I said, hey, navigator, standing in the tall grass. Tell me, are you getting somewhere? Are you getting there fast? I said, hey, navigator, in your sleeve tattoo, coming round the corner, in your white pants and shoes. Are the buildings fascinating? Should I save you from this man? Or am I part of the problem? I know that I am. Oh, we're all lost and the lost will not be found. The land and sea will hear our mournful sound. What I found, I said, hey, navigator, how you doing in this heat? Assaulting with your guitar and clutter in the streets. I know you wanna play the blues, man, so does everybody else. I see you navigate that G scale and the fear that's in your chest. Oh, we're all lost and the lost will not be found. The land and sea will hear our mournful sound. What I found. I said, hey, navigator, will you answer for your deeds? Sailing in your tall ships while you subjugate the meek. You know you're not the only sailor. No, we're all out on this sea. Got your suit and tie on tight now. Is that all you wanna be? Oh, we're all lost and the lost will not be found. The land and sea will hear our mournful sound. What I found. Oh, and we're all lost and the lost will not be found. The land and sea will hear our mournful sound. What I found. Thank you. One thing, just a bit of business about me, we should get across early in the night, is that I often don't like to resolve my songs. I just leave them hanging on the crunchy chord at the end. And so if I just end with a chord that sounds like this isn't the end, it probably is. And the worst case scenario is I play a chord and hold it out. You start clapping, I keep playing, and it still feels good for me when you clap in the middle of a song. It's actually better. So you could say I'm just training crowds to just clap for me twice per song, and that's it really helps my self-esteem. Anyway, this song took me like 6 years to write. It started with a chorus in the shower, and then I just kept not knowing how to write the verses, and then I did, and this is called A Sign of Things to Come. It's a quiet and lonely night. It's a dark and stormy night. It's a day I wish I could forget, while the moon's been climbing across my bed. One small memory burns too bright, 'cause there's a light that's far away, and it caught my eye. It's a sign of things to come. I hide myself away with a million things I'd say, but those graveyard thoughts scream through my head to the tune of crows crying for the dead, and their dirges shine dim. But holy light, oh, I know I'll be alright, 'cause there's a light that's far away, and it caught my eye. It's a sign of things to come. There's a storm cloud on the rise, in the whites of every eye. This wind's been rising through the years, and I'll join my voice in the thunder peals. Oh, those fat cats upstairs, they should cower in fear at the lightning in our skies, 'cause there's a light that's far away, and it caught my eye. It's a sign of things to come. Yeah, it's a sign of things to come. Thank you very much. All right, so I'm in the set list I have planned. I have one cover song, and this is going to be it. And this is one of my favorite songs to cover. It's by the one and only Woody Guthrie. There was this book that I think my mom got for me, like that one of those 1001 records to hear before you die, and I think right now I'm on like D of the alphabetical order. I haven't done it for a little bit, but there were some of those that the albums, you just couldn't find them on streaming or anything, and so I would go and get them at the library, and this one record, they didn't have it on CD, they only had it on vinyl record, which is a really nice thing about the Chicago library system, is you can still get vinyl records. They actually had a sale that I really regret not being able to go to, of a bunch of old vinyl records they were getting rid of. They were selling them for $1 each, and it was, whew. but I also saw pictures of people who were there, and there were like lines around the block to get in. All the like big vine. I'm sure most of those people were like record store owners who are like always hitting the bins real hard. But anyway, so I got the Dust Bowl Ballads, Woody Guthrie's just wonderful album on vinyl, and I think it's either the first song or the second song on that, and it really hit me hard, and so I like to play it. It's called I Ain't Got No Home in This World Anymore. I ain't got no home, I'm just a rambling round, just a wandering worker, I roam from town to town. Please make it hard wherever I may go, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. My brothers and my sisters are stranded on this road, hot and dusty road that a million feet have tried. Rich men took my home and drove me from my door, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Been working on your fields and gathering in your corn, putting all my stock into the banker's store. My wife took down and died upon the cabin floor, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Been digging in your mines and I was always poor. I've been working, mister, since the day that I was born, and now I'm worried now like I've never been before, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Now as I look around, it's mighty plain to see the world is such a great and a funny place to be. The gambling man is rich and the working man is poor, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Thank you. Say goodbye to the banjo for a little bit. Her name's Louise, but she'll be back in the next set. Have anybody out there been to Forest Park in St. Louis? Henry? Apparently my nephew has been there without his mom. In the middle of St. Louis, well, maybe not the middle, it's kind of, anyway, there's a park in St. Louis that's about 3 times the size of Central Park in New York. It's a wonderful park. They got some free museums and a free zoo, and there's like a big amphitheater. They do concerts, but also, it was the site of the World's Fair that was in St. Louis, and there's still some buildings from it, and like a reflecting pond, which was fictionalized in the movie Meet Me in St. Louis. If anybody's a Judy Garland fan, or not, yeah, Judy Garland. But anyway, I was taking a walk there with my wife. We were, just walking around, and it happened to be at the same time as the St. Louis Marathon. And while I was walking, I just had a song pop into my head, and this was like the first 10 minutes of a 3-hour walk. And so I was just furiously I was probably a terrible conversationalist during this whole time, because I was just repeating like 2 lines in my head, and then another would, and I was like, oh crap, this is a lot to remember. But yeah, it ended up this song called Tall, Tall Towers. Is that coming through?
I don't think you're plugged in.
Oh. That'll do it.
It's a detail.
Yeah. Yeah, type B personality here. I don't pay attention to details. That'll be better. All right, Tall, Tall Towers. You ran your marathon today, Forest Park, it came alive. I walk beside the path, and I will until I die. You live 1,000 lives, houses green and races run. Won't you live them all with me? We'll never quit, we're never done. We could live in tall, tall towers way up in the air. Tall, tall towers, windows everywhere. Tall, tall towers, we'll all be millionaires. So high up, take your shoes off at the door, hang your coat down the hall. Look up at the city view. When we were there, we looked so small. Honey, take my hand, let's go see what we can see. 'Cause baby, I trust you, and I hope you still trust me. We could live in tall, tall towers way up in the air. Tall, tall towers, windows everywhere. Tall, tall towers, we'll all be millionaires. So high up, tempered steel, tempered dreams. Things aren't always what they seem. Keep your feet back on the ground. Picture glass is what you see. If you're happy, don't choose me. If you're not, just look around. We could live in tall, tall towers way up in the air. Tall, tall towers, windows everywhere. Tall, tall towers, we'll all be millionaires. So high up, so high up. I'm gonna do a couple of songs. So a little medley of 2 songs. So in 2020, I put out an album. If you happen to still have a record player, I do have some vinyl records over there of it, and they're gold. They're very, like, the actual records are gold. So it's not a gold record. I haven't sold that many, but the actual record itself is gold colored. But yeah, these 2 songs are on there, and they're kind of the emotional center of the album, I like to think. These are called Jealous of the Saints and Fallen Angel. Got your halo of dark, and you're starved for attention, honey. You've come too far to not know who you are. You're jealous of the saints. You wanna be just like the martyrs who have come before you, holding hands with an angel and a devil at your side. But you're hiding from the truth. You've got the answers in your hands, but a cloth over your eyes, and a faith that no tyrant or age could ever break or steal. Ever break or steal. Got your halo of dark, and you're starved for attention, honey. You've come too far to not know who you are. Fallen angel, please come back among the living. I know it's harder. Sidewalks cracked and the sky is gray, but I've always loved you. And they say that's all you need, yeah, but they're all liars. Or delusional at best, and they're the fallen, with torn up wings and empty eyes, and perhaps I'll fall too. Lead you on the darkened path and pray to myself. I'll pray to man and not to God. Fallen angel, what is heaven really like? Are the people nice there? What's the big deal all about them gates of pearl? And when did blank white become ideal? Can you forgive me? I left the dishes in the sink and I watched the world burn. I'm still not sure which one is worse, but I know I'm the problem. That's the one fact that I know. Oh, please come back, angel. I just can't do this by myself. Thank you. So I was driving on the highway on the way back from a show that was in Lafayette, Indiana, and I was driving back home, and they have on the highways there's the light up signs that they usually say things like click it or ticket, drive high, get a DUI, drive hammered, get nailed was always a favorite. But this one in Indiana had one that said, use your blinkers to show your intentions, which I thought was awfully formal for a highway sign. This whoever it is whose job it is to write those in Indiana really took his job seriously. Not like this silly Illinois guy. But yeah, I saw that, and the phrase stuck with me, and so I wrote a song with that title. It has nothing to do with that highway sign at all. It's just stole that phrase from whoever that Department of Transportation employee is and made it into a song. So this is called Use Your Blinkers to Show Your Intentions. I come to you with the best intentions, with a concrete cloud beneath my feet, and your eyes, they shine like cold white headlights, and I'm stuck here in the frozen night, stuck here in the frozen night. Why do you come to me with all these questions? I'm a wet gray cloud before it breaks. Oh dear, you know I can't predict the weather. Oh, it comes and goes just as you please, and we all struggle together. Talk to me, brown eyes. Don't blink and don't hide. Talk to me, no lies. Let me stay another night. How does a restless wind wear down a mountain with a billion years speck by speck? And I'll face the truth like that old mountain. Well, I'll bend my knees eventually. Before the end of days, I'll bend these knees. Talk to me, brown eyes. Don't blink song here and then take a quick break. Let you all get some refreshments, stretch your legs and all that. This song is, I don't really have a good story about this song. I just wrote it. It's called Madeline. You're nothing but long black hair when you stand next to me. Just a wooden cross to bear wrath upon the sea. Fine by day, then night rolls round and tears my paper will. Iron and steel won't beat, I found my heart is tired and still. Oh, Madeline, you're a hard road to wander, and I'm rambling. Comes the day I'll break the spell that I'm under, and this bird will sing. Footprints on the ice that you so kindly helped to melt. Water freezes once you're gone. This waltz can't be unfelt. Oh, Madeline, you're a hard road to wander, and I'm rambling. Comes the day I'll break the spell that I'm under, and this bird will sing. Oh, Madeline, you're a hard road to wander, and I'm rambling. Comes the day I'll break the spell that I'm under, and this bird will sing. And this bird will sing. And this bird will sing.
Thank you very much, Brian. That was awesome. We're going to take a short break, about 15 minutes or so. The bathrooms are down the hall and on the left. And over here on the piano is merch. You too can have a gold record. So please make sure that you check it out and refill your refreshments. I also want to mention next week we have Brittany Jean, so you'll want to check her out. And on the table there are flyers. On the back of the flyers is a little more extensive calendar. You can see what's coming up. We have sing-arounds, we have song circles, and our Friday night concerts. And you can also check us out online. So we're going to be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. All right, thank you.
Thank you. I hope you don't mind. It's personal for a recording for me.
Sure, yeah.
I might have the other one here too.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah?
yeah. I play flyers.
I think I'm doing one.
And I'm pretty sensitive. I don't like things too much. So maybe
More of a three-finger player, but my dad would.
Well, actually, I don't know that it is like a three finger.
I don't think-
what you're playing, but it's also
See, I don't think
like a folk style.
Yeah.
It looked like that here.
Yeah, when I'm singing, like,
she was surprised. Oh, okay. Right, because you think you just had one recently.
Give my card just in case, so you don't think it's spam.
I have two. He's fun. He's cool. But I like this one. I like being with you.
so heavy. What do you think it is, like 18?
15 to 18 probably.
I think mine's 13 and it's open back. It has a spun brass tone ring that's in home. Yeah, but they're out of business. They sold gold tone.
Yeah, I heard they're still planning to use them right off.
Well, Tanya, I mean, whenever I have a question, I can't believe but I guess family business and
Yeah, that would be it.
I've had their banjos before you. I'm guessing, I don't know, are you 40s or 30s? So I've had it since 1984. I remember. We were about she's a fan. She's a friend, and so you're all set.
I'm all loosened up.
Oh, that's just been a fun chat. Nice to meet you too. Yeah, we definitely absolutely need to go to the West Banjo.
My doctor says that I've had no problems.
2025, June 5th
Surgery, and I'm not prepared to either.
Now, you don't have to do it, you can do it as a one-day if that's what you want. I know how this all works. What kind of planning for that?
Yeah, it was, and I don't swim, but being in the water, my knees don't ever get
But it's a wonderful.
See, I don't know how to swim, but friends,
I think I remember that.
we'll see about that. I'm scared of the water. So I had a bad experience last time when I tried myself.
Can I just
No, but it's still scary. If you lose control, because if you start to float, you lose control. A friend knows how to.
All right, we're going to get started again. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah. So before Ryan gets started with another wonderful set, I wanted to mention two more things. We have next Wednesday, July 17th, at the Dominican University, Mark Dvorak is going to be presenting a Songs and Stories in honor of Woody Guthrie's birthday. So you'll see these on the bulletin board out there. You can check online if you're interested in that. And then also I wanted to mention next Sunday, July 21st, that will be the Woodstock Folk Festival. So it's an amazing event up in Woodstock in the cute little square they have there. So feel free to check that out. But right now, awesome. Who's also awesome is Ryan. So he's going to give us another set. Thanks.
Hey everybody, I'm back. This is a song called Let It Out Again. Cigarette on her lips. Look, I'm trying to miss. I'm a puff of smoke in the night. The air is rumbling by. Tongue feels dizzy and dry. Neon lights up my eyes. Running down a brick wall night, lit in pink and knowing lights every breath. patch of dirt will not grow. It's carpet under our toes. Let's leave if we can. Find the bars where we sing. The strangers and TV screens. Forget about romance. Running down a brick wall night, lit in pink, and knowing lights, every breath has to end till we let it out again. Let it out again. Let it out again. Some days turn into years, and alleys running with tears. I'll sit right here with you, and maybe we'll see the stars without those rivers of cars, without that gleam in your eyes. Thank you. That was a little bit of it's a mix of a love letter to Chicago and also an exploration of that feeling really early in the pandemic when there was that time when it was obviously uncomfortable because we couldn't go out and it was scary and weird, but also kind of comfortable because there are a lot less obligations and like expectations of your time, and so you like it was kind of peaceful. Just like the first month or so, it kind of felt like I got like I was actually really creative at that point. Like just the newness of it was kind of eye-opening, but then obvious things happened. This song, so a few years ago, I did an EP called The Institute. That's all pieces of songs about pieces of art at the Art Institute of Chicago. This song this was an interesting exercise in songwriting because it's about a statue, and it's a statue just called Bust of a Youth. I can't remember the artist, Francisco something. Can't remember his last name. But it's from like long time ago. I'm sure he won't mind. But yeah, so I wrote this song. It's called Bust of a Youth. Curls round your face, the sculptor's grace. Frank, you've outdone yourself this time. You've kept your youth, and I'm drawn into surprise. You've been here waiting for all these years, with so much time to think. The candlelights raise on a marble face, and a look that's more human than mine. Who were you to be carved into a beauty slightly more than real? Were you surprised? You've been here waiting for all these years, with so much time to think. If you had grown just a little, my dear, the artist would carve you the wisdom of years. Longing is locked into stone, hopeful but always alone. Well, I must be on, but it won't be long till I pass you by again. Thank you. So this song is, I used to be in a band called Distant Brothers. A couple of folks have seen them. They, my whole band left me in 2021. They all moved out of state, and so we don't play together anymore because they're a bunch of traitors. But I will play a song of ours at the request of my nephews. This is a song called Away From Home. Let's see. Away from home, I long to roam, but still those lines they blur. I long to be both wild and free, as long as life endures. I've traveled far and wide, my friends, I've seen my share of miles. It is a life of wayfaring, that's my chosen lifestyle. From the iron to New Zealand, from Prague on down to Rome, is the place that I'll be next, that I'll call my home. Away from home, I long to roam, but still those lines they blur. I long to be both wild and free, as long as life endures. but still those lines they blur. I long to be both wild and free, as long as life endures. Thank you. I wrote that song after a trip to Ireland with my dad, and I also wrote it when I was younger, and my voice was a little bit higher. And so it's always a little bit of a strain to sing that one, but made it through. No voice cracks. Okay, yeah, let's do this one. So this is a song. That. Sorry, so this song's based on a poem. The reason I'm hesitating is because I've completely forgotten the name of the poet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll come to me. I think there's an H in there somewhere. But anyway, this poet, he's from the Northeast. I think he passed not too long ago, but I read one of his books of poetry, and there was this one poem that he had a daughter who in her 30s or 40s passed from cancer, and so this poem it was 12, 15 pages long, and it was kind of a stream of consciousness poem of the day after she passed, and it bothers me I can't remember the name of the poet, but anyway, I'll look it up after and tell each and every one of them. Also, this is one that I need the words to because I don't sing it often enough, so I'm gonna go get this music stand. Knock my water over.
It's almost out the stage.
Yeah, I'll try not to kick it. It's called Dearest M. Oh, tuner's still on. There you go. Martha, Martha, my dear, miles away for all these years. Take these notes, my last attempt to soothe, fueled by coffee and cigarettes, my Morris chair and you. Private painter muse in orange and umber, shades of you. Reborn Eurydice, and I'm looking back. Pale light remains, it's just you that I lack. The apple tree seems hazy now. Cold November blows. I won't see your face again till deep December snows. Footprints fade in the dark. Dust comes to take us, old windows spark. When power lines glitch, I trace well-worn steps to find dusty candles and tears I have kept. Martha, dear, you must know, in St. Jerome's aching hands, affection's abode. You shine like the all-night sky, from the cold fire dawn until noon when you died. The apple tree is dancing now, cold November blows. I won't see your face again till deep December snows. Martha, Martha, my dear. Martha, Martha, my dear. So soon, my dear. Thank you. This will come back one more time. But, so I guess I just put three depressing songs in a row. Sorry about that. Usually I try to keep a roller coaster going, tug at the old emotions. This one isn't too. This one isn't that depressing though. So, does anybody else here get bouts of seasonal depression, seasonal affective disorder? Yeah, I didn't until during the pandemic, and suddenly it hit me. I don't know if it was because I just started exercising less, or you know but nowadays I in the winter I tend to my brain doesn't like it, and so this is a song a little bit about that, a bit about how nice it is to have someone. In this case, my wife Jessica, to help me through those times. This is called Let Them Last. I've taken my time, I've bloodied my knees and drank all your wine. And muscles unwind, with wisdom comes age and new hills to climb. And I'll climb, and I'll climb, and I'll climb. I thought I knew love 10 years ago, with turtles, storms, and doves, and lights from above. When shadows get lost, there's no new threads to tug of our love, of our love, of our love. And when times are high, I thank my lucky stars for you. Deep water waters flow fast, and the rapids try to rip at you, but these things won't last. And the future looks vast. Let us float in these moments, and please let these ones last. Let them last, let them last, let them last, let them last. Oh please, let them last. Welcome Louise back to the stage. Yes, Louise is the banjo, for those who missed it. My wife isn't here, so I'll call Louise is the love of my life. It's not true. It's the second love. It's just Jessica Banjo. Jessica wins by a nose. Once again, this is another song that I'm not. So there's this improv show I play at in the city. That's called Real Angels at this place called Logan Square Improv, and I just go there and I play a little 3-song set once or twice a month. And I found I like to try out some new songs and things and new arrangements, but the main thing I like to do there is practice new banter before songs, because that's the hard. Like, for those of you who aren't performers and musicians, that's the real hard part of being up here, is being entertaining between songs. Playing the songs, easy. I've practiced my whole life for that, but talking between songs, whew. So that's where I practice all this, and I haven't practiced anything for this song, so. So we'll see. We're just gonna go into it. This is called Weather. How's the weather? How's the air? It's been ages since my last visit there. Tell me stories how you've grown. Loves and loss and autumn birds that have flown. And just so you know, I fell into a song. 10 years too long. I fell into a song. And rise with the dawn. Miss your voice, I miss your breath. It's cold out here, but we're still trying our best. Sun still rises in the east. But turn your back, you're just a shadow like me. What else could we be? I fell into a song. 10 years too long. I fell into a song. And rise with the dawn. weather, the tears still fall in sheets. Ice and pain and blood and wonder feels so strange, complete. Fell into a song. 10 years too long. I fell into a song and rise with the dawn. Song's called Weather. I'm going to be recording it soon, and then, well, recording it soon, it won't be out until probably next year. But one way that you can sometimes listen to songs before they go out into the public is my wonderful email list. I shouldn't say it's my email list. It's an email list. It's fine. But one thing to know about musicians is the email list is probably the best way to keep informed about musicians, because you don't have to worry about algorithms and stuff getting in the way. And so if you'd like to keep track of when I'm playing and where I'm playing and what I'm doing, and also get some sneak previews of some of these songs that haven't been recorded yet, feel free to go over there to that notebook and sign up for the email list. Anyway, I should have been doing this while I was talking. This song, I have to capo up. This isn't the newest song. The newest song I was going to do was the last 2 songs ago. That was from like March. This song is from like a year ago, but I just started playing it. Rediscover my writing process. I write a bunch of songs and then I forget about all of them. They're just sitting in a notebook and on like my voice recorder on my phone, and then periodically I go back and listen to a bunch of them. And I'm like, oh, I remember that. That was good. Or, oh, that's trash. Why would I ever write this? This one is, I hope it's not trash, but I will need the lyrics a little bit for this one too. If it is trash, be honest with me. Not too honest, though. I'm a fragile boy. It's called With the Rhythm of the Leaves. Winter's cold is over, I thought that was enough. I just realized, I had that whole spiel about someone helping you through seasonal depression. That's about this song. They're my 2 newest songs I'm still working out. So anyway, forget everything you heard about that last one I was talking about, seasonal depression. Yeah, unreliable narrator. Anyway, take 2. Winter's cold is over, I thought that was enough. Fields of wild clover, the shadow of a dove. light in all my branches, a symbol of our love. Tie my flowers in your hair and sing for up above. Green forgotten fields light the shadow of my eyes. Reflections of the sunshine, no need for a disguise. Light a fire in this place where all the grasses died. Light it but don't let it spread, a beacon to the sky. Let your roots drink deep. You're here a moment and then you leave. The wind, hear it sing with the rhythm of the leaves. Reach up even higher and touch the harvest moon. All leaves turn to fire and all memories to you. A new light changes everything, every heart and mind. Autumn's not an ending, there's new spring times to find. Let your roots drink deep. Here a moment, and then you leave. This wind, hear it sing with the rhythms of the leaves. Roots, let them drink deep. Here a moment, and then you leave. The sun, hear it sing with the rhythms of the leaves. Thank you. I just got one more song here for you tonight. And this, this song, so obviously in folk music there's a lot of tropes, there's a lot of stories that have been told and told again. And so this is my humble entry into the well-worn folk tradition of songs about 13th century Chinese paintings. I know you all have your favorites by Phil Oakes and you know, Pete Seeger. They all have their 13th century Chinese painting songs. But yeah, so this is about this is another one from the Institute, that Art Institute EP I put out. And this painting depicts a family that has been forced by the magistrate of their town to move 1,000 miles across China to another town just at the drop of a hat. And the painting, they're all chest deep in a river, carrying all their belongings over their head. And it felt like a really apt image that I wanted to write a song about, that, you know, unfortunately resonates to this day with, you know, every era has people displaced because those in power just want to flex it and make people move around and do bad things to people. So this is my 13th century Chinese painting song called Yang Pu Moving His Family. The tide moves fast, the moments never last, so let's keep my family moving. across the street and 1,000 miles more. We surely know what we're doing. Stumble down the shore, women, children, rich and poor. Take everything you can carry. No time to grab your thoughts. Like cattle we were bought. If the water rises, might not make it home. Honor and riches, glory and fame, waiting for me across this God-forsaken plain. Toil and heartache, torture and pain, better be worth it or I'll pack my things, get moving again. It's an honor shore, more trouble than it's worth, to serve my king and country, where your willow switch, need all the luck that I can get, to get across this goddamn river now. Honor and riches, glory and fame, waiting for me across this God-forsaken plain. Toil and heartache, torture and pain, better be worth it or I'll pack my things, get moving again. Moving again. Oh.
Awesome. All right. The applause keeps coming. Wonderful. All right. Wonderful. All right. I wanted to thank our volunteers. We have Chris and Debbie. We're helping at the counter, and Tim on sound. I'm the MC. I'm Jennifer. But Ryan, nobody gets out of the two-way street without an encore. Do you happen to have one more? You guys want one more? Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know any more songs. Sorry. All right. That's not what I'm going to do. I was just buying some time. Okay. Thanks. A little red-haired boar for you. Red-haired boy. Red-haired boar, that'd be a different... I bet there's a song called Red-Haired Boar. No, this is, there was one time I was, well, actually, two-part story to this last one. One, there's a time in my life, it was actually during the 1001 recordings to listen to before you die thing. I skipped ahead and went, actually no I didn't. This was in the C's, never mind, that's last name. I was listening to Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers, and just amazing. I could listen to that voice forever. But there was one song, there was a line that I said, I found my God in the song, and that was bouncing around my head for a while. And then another time, I was out at my second happy hour of the night, of 5:30 of the early evening. I went to one with my wife's work, and then I went to one at this bar called Cole's Bar in Logan Square, Chicago, and it's a wonderful little dive bar that a couple of my friends were singing in. There used to be a little folk night or folk happy hour on Thursday nights, and I went to go listen to my friends sing, and I was a little bit on the sauce, and I had what you might call a religious experience listening to them sing, because they have the most amazing harmonies. Jess McIntosh and Emily Nutt, who sang on my album, they did a lot of the harmonies. Yeah, so I went home and I wrote this song called I Found My God in the Song. No. There it is. Well, I went down to the well, place I drank from as a child. Water cool and serene, on those solid stones I lean. Well, I went down to the well. Well, I found my God in a song. That old barroom was my cathedral. Joyous birds were singing out, and now the world was filled with doubt. Found my God in a song. No mortal roof could hold those voices crying upward, and every word I prayed, the drink only tasted sweeter. Well, I stumbled and I wept as I pulled my body from the floor, and I swear there's no refrain. I'd like to sing out more. I found my God in a song. That old barroom was my cathedral. Joyous birds were singing out, not a word was filled with doubt. I found my God in a song. Now Lincoln's face looked down. His voice it was a laughing, and though it was time to leave, my toe it was still a tapping. Won't you lay me down to bed so I might find my way back home in my dreams and remember that happy hour. I saw them glorious beams. I found my God in a song. That old barroom was my cathedral. Joyous birds were singing out, not a word was filled with doubt. I found my God in a song. Now I can't find the words, my spirit has left me. And though the melody remains, those notes only echo faintly. Well, I found my God in a song. That old barroom was my cathedral. Joyous birds were singing out, not a word was filled with doubt. I found my God in a song. I found my God in a song. That old barroom was my cathedral. Joyous birds were singing out, not a word was filled with doubt. Found my God in a song. Thank you all so much for having me. It was wonderful, and I'll see you when I walk off stage.